Boy, I could really use a cup of coffee.
Rough day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
really.
Me too.
Oh no.
Jean, I can't believe it. I came so close. I mean, I was there, in the room, on the table. I came so close to killing my baby.
It's all right. You're here now. Your baby's okay.
It's like I could feel her inside of me. It was like she was holding on to me. I know she needs me and is counting on me to take care of her. I just couldn't let him kill her. Okay. Well, I guess I've made one decision. So what do I do now?
Why don't we pray about that? Okay?
I wish I could tell you it was easy, but it wasn't. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. First, I had to tell my parents that I was pregnant. I thought there would be screaming and crying and accusations, but it wasn't like that. I was totally surprised at the way they handled it. They were very cool. Don't get me wrong, they let me know I made a bad decision. But they told me not to worry, that we would all get through it together. I didn't think they were ever going to stop hugging me. The truth is, I didn't want them to stop. I suddenly understood in that moment just how much they loved me, and how much I loved them. My friends were a different story. The kids were different somehow. I just couldn't get interested in the things they cared about anymore. Boys, school, clothes, and TV shows. They all seem so shallow now. Jean told me that the Crisis Pregnancy Center offers counseling for the fathers as well. I tried to get Wade to come with me, but he wouldn't. Once he figured out he wasn't going to get sex from me anymore, he dumped me. I was really hurt at first. I thought he really loved me. But after a while I realized I didn't really love him either. Even Julie turned her back on me. We used to be tight, like sisters. Or so I thought. But I had other things to occupy my mind. There were lots of doctor's visits.
Come on, honey.
It wasn't always the most fun in the world, but sometimes it had its moments. Through it all, my mom was there with me, and I wanted her there more than anything. Not just for the hard stuff. We were doing fun stuff too. My family didn't have much money, but the Crisis Pregnancy Center gave me maternity clothes, baby clothes, formula, diapers, and just about everything else I needed. And they provided me with something even more important. Or maybe I should say two things. First, there was Jean. She was such a source of strength and encouragement. She called me all the time, talked with me, told me what to expect and how to deal with it. Whenever I needed to talk, she was there. She was with me every step of the way. And even though she was older than me, we could relate just like we were old friends. I love Jean. And Jean helped me to find my other friend, my true and eternal friend. That friend is Jesus Christ. Without him, I never could have made it through. Jean shared her personal experience with Jesus with me, and it touched me somewhere inside. It was like I couldn't stop thinking about him. I began to see his hand in things going on in my life and the lives of people around me. I felt like he was calling to me. Jean would read from the Bible, and it was like a light went on in my heart. So one day, I got on my knees and I gave my life to Jesus. And that was the very best day of my entire life. That was soon followed by the second best day of my life. I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. She was perfect, 6 pounds, 8 ounces. After she was born, I held her in my arms for a while. It was the most wonderful feeling you can imagine. In my talks with Jean, I had already decided to give her up for adoption. That was a hard decision, but I'm glad I made it. I know she's in a good home now with a family that really loves her, and that's all any of us can ever ask for. She's a very lucky little girl. It's hard for me to stand up here tonight and tell you what I've been through, what I'm still going through. I had to drop out of school, so I'm a year behind everyone else now. And I go to a different school where I don't know anybody. It's hard, but I'm making it. What I really want all of you to understand tonight is this. You saved my life. You're here tonight because you support the work that the Crisis Pregnancy Center is doing in this community. If it hadn't been for you and people like you, there might not have been a Crisis Pregnancy Center for me to stumble into one Tuesday afternoon. And little Emily wouldn't be alive today. What you've done for me and others like me is no less than a miracle. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. God bless you.